Hare Krishna. Hello, my friends. How's it going on there today? We're back for a message from Bhagavad Gita. What do we got today? Happy Saturday. Or whenever you're listening. Look at all that. Ooh, fall from grace. This is 262 and 63. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshu pajayate sangat samjayate kamaha kamat krodo bijayate. One who contemplates the sense objects develops attachment for them. From attachment develops lust. And from lust, anger arises. From anger, confusion is born. Confusion results in the loss of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one again falls into material consciousness. It's a slippery slope, beginning with contemplating the objects of the senses. So you must control your mind. Let's read the purport. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I feel like the translation is pretty spot on. Ooh, kind of. Not exactly. I'm going to read this. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops. And from lust, anger arises. This is saying that when the desire is not satisfied, anger arises. From anger, delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. I'll just read this purport. By Srila Prabhupada Kujat. By development of Krishna consciousness, one can know that everything has its use in the service of the Lord. Those who are without knowledge... Hang on. Okay, those guys are having a lot of fun down there. Anyways, those who are without knowledge of Krishna consciousness artificially try to avoid material objects. And as a result, although they desire liberation from material bondage, they do not attain to the perfect stage of renunciation. On the other hand, a person in Krishna consciousness knows how to use everything in the service of the Lord. Therefore, he does not become a victim of material consciousness. For an example, for an impersonalist, the Lord or the Absolute, being impersonal, cannot eat. Whereas an impersonalist tries to avoid good eatables, a devotee knows that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer and that he eats all that is offered to him in devotion. So after offering good eatables to the Lord, the devotee takes the remnants called prasadam. Thus everything becomes spiritualized and there is no danger of a downfall. The devotee takes prasadam in Krishna consciousness, whereas the non-devotee rejects it as material. The impersonalist, therefore, cannot enjoy life due to his artificial renunciation. And for this reason, a slight agitation of the mind pulls him down again into the pool of material existence. It is said that such a soul, even though rising up to the point of liberation, falls down again due to his not having support in devotional service. So you can't just give up all the material things. You have to engage all the things. Engage. Let's go here. Let's go right here. What is going up? What's going up? What's going on? What is uplifting? Can we please get a message of hope and upliftment? Here's a message of love. This is a loving offering. The Page of Cups can also be a loving offering, something small, something innocent and sweet. And then we got the Three of Swords out here, which is the heart. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I'm going to go through each one of these individually, starting here with the Knight of Cups. This also feels like an innocence, like a loving, a pure offering of help. It's being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, which is expecting good things to come in. So when you have this posturing of your heart where you're ready to offer simple, loving gestures, you see the rest of the world in that way as well, based on your lens. So this is expecting prosperity, goodness, abundance, fullness, because you already have it within your own heart. Page of Cups. Look how like daydreamy and just like hopeful. This is also an innocence and fun and play, and it's just sweet energy. Oh, wow. But this may be what's being presented externally, and internally it's actually very serious, grounded, stable, like mature, wise, old energy. The moon just doesn't say a whole lot, but it's very deep. And so sometimes these little offerings are just little messages, little words of, how's it going? Oh, it's good. Things are good. It looks good. Yeah, it is. It's deep and it's stable and it's strong. But you may just see a little bit of, simplicity and lightness on the exterior. Three of Swords is here. Looks painful. But this is about healing. And that can be painful. When the heart gets activated and things start getting sewn up or light shines in the cracks, it can feel like raw and painful. Could be just like one little word or one little crack open can feel like it's making such an impact. And so the tendency is to want to ground and just stay solid, stay stable in this time, because there's so much heart activation going on. With this moon, for some of you, for a lot of people, I feel like there's so much going on in the heart. It's almost like a retrograde feeling where it's like, remember that, remember this event, remember that person, so that you can clear it out, so that you can forgive and you can release and you can reflect. And it actually brings more stability when you're able to release some of that. That's healing. Seven of Pentacles is cultivating, it's growing, it's investing, it's your time and energy. into yourself, into wisdom, into knowledge, into higher understanding and meditation and growth and learning. Yeah, High Priestess, the Empress. That's excellent energy right there. Woo. The devil comes out. So I'm saying this is like investing in cultivating this connection with the divine and to your wisdom and your power and your abundance and your prosperity. And then, look who comes out. He wishes he was a part of things, doesn't he? The Page of Swords is out here. This can sometimes be a watcher, a stalker. I don't mean it in like a scary sense, but you know, when you're out here doing your thing, you're going to be seen doing your thing. And for the people who are just watching, gosh, don't you have anything better to do? Don't ya? Or you just want to see somebody win? You just want to see somebody win? Okay. Watch. Judgment, Wheel of Fortune. These are all major arcanas. Strength and the Fool. Judgment is right out in the open. These people are naked. When judgment comes, everybody knows it, usually. It's part of the judgment. And if your judgment is to win, because you got the Wheel of Fortune out here, everyone's going to see you win. Everyone's going to see you win. Strength and the Fool are out here too. If your destiny is to win, to be on top, to be wise and stable and abundant and strong and fruitful, nothing will stop you from that. If people are astounded on the sidelines, let them be. Let them be. I would say don't give too much information. Don't give too much of yourself. But let's get some advice and see what the cards say. See what the Spirit says. Some advice based on that. I feel like we need a pretty good shuffle. Seeing some really big cards out here. Astrologically, this is no small time. Big things are happening. And I'm praying for world peace because there's so much activity, so much fire on the planets. Okay, good. Just kind of hoping this will come out. We have the Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So, Queen of Cups, as advice, saying embody this energy. She's very giving. She's in tune with source, with spirit. She's in tune with others as well. She's in tune with herself, with emotion. A lot of watery energy. Six of Swords is there again. In order to move things to a better place. So if there's any kind of conflict or confusion or something that needs to be moved on from, embody this energy in order to get where you need to go. Also, this is going within. You really already have all that information within you, is why. It's not coming from outside when you're looking for direction, for guidance. It's not coming from outside. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. Again, is this still redundant or is this about another? That was a full rotation. Oh, this is about soul ties, families, connections, soulmates. Okay, we got two big ending or transformation cards here. And we have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. Manifesting some type of collaboration or even celebration, which could change the energy of a dynamic and could somehow transform it just by coming together in a type of celebration. Or this could be in the near future, like, I don't know, summer gatherings, spring gatherings. When you get people together, things can change. Something transformational within relationships by coming together. And then the Eight of Cups is about walking away. That was the Emperor that wanted to jump out. Walking away from what no longer serves you and walking towards what does. This could be having to do with this kind of character in your life, some kind of authority figure. He looks grumpy, I just want to say. He feels like, and the fact that it kind of wanted to come out, it kind of didn't. It flipped, and it's like, maybe this person is somebody that you need to walk away from. That could be anybody for you, different people for different people. And then you have the Magician and the Nine of Wands here. And this is because you want to protect your manifestations. You want to protect your energy. Because if you have things that are not in alignment with you, it's going to drain your energy. It's not going to work out. And it's probably this Emperor. I'm just feeling that he is throwing you off. And then you have the Four of Swords here, which is again about healing. It's very quiet. And I was getting some messages about this earlier. One is that, it is a quiet energy. We don't need to share all the ways that God is working in our life. I know we want to, like, oh, this Sabbath means so amazing. That's what God did for me. But this is saying don't. It's actually can be more potent, more powerful within your own self, within your own life, to hang on to that kind of thing. Yeah. And endings, when you bring up like, oh, I used to be this person, I used to be that. When you're telling a person that, for you, you're saying, that's done. That's the old me. But that person is still hearing that, maybe even for the first time. And so they're automatically projecting that onto you. Their mind just does that automatically because that's what you're saying to them. They're seeing you that way, whether you're saying it's over or not. It's like, don't think about elephants. Don't think about a big pink elephant. What did you think about? A big pink elephant. So you don't need to talk about all the things. That's for you. And here's what you can't talk about. You don't have to take my advice, but this is what I was channeling earlier. We are all meant to heal, because in our healed state, that's where we experience our effectiveness, our abundance, our love, our peace, our contentment. All these things are of the Lord. All of these things. These are natural rights that we have as spirit souls because we're connected to the Lord. And when we are in a broken state, we do not experience ourselves that way. We experience lack and pain and grief and sorrow and regret and confusion, and that is not of the Lord. So when Jesus came to say you can heal and you can heal others, it was to get you back to your normal state. And when we're healed and we're whole and experiencing ourselves that way, we're so powerful. You can really be in your purpose and do some service. and everyone can heal. And we're supposed to. And I don't think it's something that we just do when it's done. I think because we've been here on this planet for Lord knows how long, conditioned in so many ways. Completely conditioned. We have to heal from that. We have to heal from lifetimes of conditioning. I don't think it's going to end until we leave this body. So, may we all heal, is what I say. May we all heal, and may we all live in the truth of who we really are. We are whole already. Okay, Starseed Oracle. Earth School. Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. What do you want to bet it's going to line up with what I was just saying? And I opened right up to this. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. Did that just rhyme? These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remember that Earth is a planet of polarity. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course. If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are important opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we're here on Earth. Ain't that the truth? The number one way. That's probably why the commandment is the number one commandment, to love one another. This is how we grow. And this is how we learn to love the Lord also. Okay, my friends, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around this long. See you back here again real soon. May you all be peaceful and well. Hare Krishna.